This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and if you're listening on the radio, you can tell by the fact that the audio sounds just a little bit different that we're on location for the Culture Crawl today. If you're watching the video, you're getting quite the view. This is the set of 1940s Radio Hour, which is the upcoming production from Kirkwood Fine Arts. Opens November 3rd in Ballantyne Auditorium, which is where we are now. Say hi to the cast of 1940s Radio Hour.
Hey, hey, hey.
So before we start, I want everybody to run through really quickly and tell me who you are, where you're from, and what role you play in the show. Now we'll start with you.
I'm Mallie McKenzie. I'm from Comanche, Iowa, and I play Geneva Lee Brown.
I'm Will Hancock, and I'm from Benton, Iowa, and I'll be playing Biff Baker.
I'm Helena Poor. I'm from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, and I'll be playing Anne Collier.
I'm Emily Kedoff. I'm from Dubuque, Iowa, and I'm playing Betty Johnson.
I'm Avery Cassell. I'm from Cedar Rapids, and I play Pops Bailey.
I'm Jordan Maldonado. I'm from Cedar Rapids, and I play Luke Cohn.
I'm Blaine Moss. I'm from Comanche, Iowa, and I play Wally Ferguson.
I'm Kaylee Horrock. I am from Crawfordsville, Iowa, and I play Connie Miller. I'm Abigail Copeland from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I play Ginger Brooks.
I'm Connor Haskell. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I'm playing BJ Gibson.
I'm Keegan Barrett. I hail from Emmitsburg, Iowa, and I will be playing Neil Tilden.
I'm Gabriel Crozier. I'm from Amana, Iowa, and I will be playing Johnny Cantel.
I am Emma Elzinga, and I am from Iowa City, and I am the stage manager.
I'm Juan Dominguez. I'm from West Liberty, Iowa, and I am Stanley.
And I'm Dennis Green. I'm from Council Bluffs, Iowa, and I play Clifton in this show, where actually I am a part of the cast. More about that a little bit later. It's been a wonderful experience getting to be a part of a Kirkwood production and interacting with this awesome cast, and we're very much looking forward to the show. So the show is called 1940s Radio Hour. None of you were alive in the 40s. It may surprise you that I was not alive in the 40s either. So when you first heard about the show or first took a look at the script, what was, and anybody who thinks of an answer can go ahead and jump in. What did you think about doing a show that was set in the 40s? Now, has anybody done any drama set in this period before, maybe? No?
I never had. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Go ahead, Avery.
I read the script, and some people were giving me some FYI about it, and I was like thinking, this looks pretty interesting. And then I auditioned. That was good. And then when I got the cast of Pops Bailey, I was like, oh, yeah, I got this. This will be really fun. So.
1940s Radio Hour is the story of a kind of, well, let's call them it's a second-rate radio troupe, just barely managing to exist in New York in the 40s. But the music is from the Great American Songbook. It's music that KCCK listeners will be very familiar with. All of the songs are standards. Again, maybe new to you guys just a little bit. When you first saw the libretto and saw the score, and heard the music, what did you think? What did you think of these songs?
I was really excited. I really like jazz music, so I was excited to see how it would work well with such a big cast. I mean, I think it's gone really well so far, so I'm excited.
Anybody else?
It was the first time I read the score, I was like, oh, jazz music, that's something I haven't tried before. And it's actually kind of helped me out with classes like Jazz Transit that me and Haley are in. And yeah, it's, trying different varieties of music is a great experience.
Well, and you, Gabe, you get to be kind of the Frank Sinatra character, the star crooner of the show. So did you watch any period stuff? Get a look at how those guys did it back in the day?
I did. When I got cast, I immediately went to listen to some of Frank Sinatra's music, and it's pretty awesome getting to play a character that is sort of that Frank Sinatra voice range or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, there's a lot of the tight harmonies and close vocal arrangements that we associate with vocal jazz and with the arrangements of this period. Now, some of you I know are in Jazz Transit or did vocal jazz and show choir and stuff like that in high school, so you're used to that. But talk to me just a little bit about the challenges, the music, and singing together in the parts.
Would you like to take this one? My vocal director back in high school always said I was really terrible at blending. So, Mr. Miller, if you're watching this, I'm working on it. It's not easy. It's the art of trying to make one voice, even though you're using multiple voices. That's the trick of blending, not singing louder than the guy next to you, but just loud enough to make it sound like one unit.
Anybody from the top row? Any reflections on that?
Well, way back, I was in choir, but I didn't think nothing much of it. But until the music director saw potential in me, it's like, you should join show choir. Like then it's like, I don't know, but I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I'm really glad I had the experience to join in, and he knew I had it, but I didn't know. But
in regards to the tight harmony, like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, that's like, it challenged me, and I don't know if that's just because I don't have the melody per se. I'm like harmonizing with BJ and Ginger, so it's really exciting to learn about 1940s, kind of that, how it challenges us differently than today's modern type of music. So it's really nice to learn.
He was a famous trumpet man from old Chicago way. He had a boogie sound that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft, but then his number came up and he was caught in the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. If you made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam, it really brought him down because he could not jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. Now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B. Nickel, nickel to doody-da-da, nickel, nickel to doody-da-da-da-da. Pepsi Cola hits the spot, 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel too. Pepsi Cola is the drink for you.
Listen to that. The sound of Pepsi Cola on ice. Do what thousands of soldiers do every day, and you'll agree with the boutonnieres.
Pepsi Cola is the drink for you. Nickel, 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 trickle, 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 nickel, 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 yada, yada.
The linchpin of the show is the actual staging of the radio show, which encompasses lots of music, comedy, and even a little bit of radio drama. And of course, in this time, has anybody ever done a radio drama before in school or anything? Okay. And of course, I know that, everybody here is really focused on what they're doing on stage and their lines and their characters and all of that. But have you thought about how this would play out if people were just hearing it? If they were just hearing the radio show and filling in all the sound effects and stuff with their minds. Because that's the way people watched this stuff back in the day. They literally sat around the big radio in the living room and listened to this and made the pictures in their minds.
I like to imagine, I imagine that every time we would do the radio part of the show, and my character makes a bunch of sound effects and does a lot of quirky radio stuff, and having that attitude that you described really helps, because if people are hearing this, they're not watching it. They're not watching us goof off. They're not watching us act really silly. It's it's really good for the audience. You have to imagine, what are people hearing too, because you can hear something and then connect with it as well.
And what did you think when they said, well, joining the cast is going to be this old guy who runs the radio station here at Kirkwood?
I was like, oh no.
I knew he was a big deal because he made the poster. Yeah, star.
I got really
practically
excited.
Life size on the poster.
I got really excited because obviously I've been on stage as many times as I can remember, but yes.
But we've done a lot of talking. We should have a little music, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Listen now to a couple of live performances from 1940s Radio Hour.
Yeah.
Let the drums roll out, let the trumpets call, while the people shout, strike up the band. Hear the cymbals ring, calling one and all, to the martial swing, strike up the band. There's a war to be won, there is work to be done. Come, you son of a gun, take your stand. All in line they go, come along, let's go. Hey, leaders, strike up the band.
So the show is 1940s Radio Hour, runs November 3rd through the 6th in Ballantyne Auditorium. Tickets are on sale right now. You can go to kirkwood.edu for more information. This whole cast and me invite you to the show. And